My channel is doing okay, but you know what? It's time to think bigger. Way bigger. Let's make a galaxy. Hey, and welcome to Makin Space. I'm returning to a topic I first looked at in 2016. Yeah, remember when we thought that was a bad year? Actually, that was when I made a tutorial for Creative Cow called CC Particle Galaxy. But this is something of a white whale to me, and I've been tinkering with the concept for years before that. This tutorial only uses CC Particle World, although it's easier to use Trapcode Particular, so if you have that, check out my other Galaxy tutorial. The link is also in the description below. A galaxy is a gravitationally bound system of stars, stellar remnants, interstellar gas, dust, and dark matter. The word galaxy is derived from the Greek galaxias, literally milky, as in the Milky Way. Chaucer's 14th century poem The House of Fame is one of the earliest uses of Milky Way, where he likened the galaxy to a celestial roadway. Our galaxy, the aforementioned Milky Way, is spinning at 506,000 miles per hour, and a galactic year takes around 200 million years. So the last time the Earth is where it is now, the very first dinosaurs were just turning up. One galactic element we won't be attempting to recreate in this video is dark matter. Galaxies spin faster than they should according to our understanding of physics. So astrophysicists, being human and needing to explain away the situation, have suggested there is matter we cannot observe which is still having a gravitational effect. Last bit of trivia, I hope you're not too attached to the Milky Way, because in about 4 billion years it will merge with the Andromeda galaxy. Okay, that's the YouTube short sorted. Let's jump into After Effects. I have a 1080p comp, and the first thing I'm going to do is create some null objects. Go to Layer, New, Null Object. Hit enter and rename this to Galaxy Null. We'll hang everything off this. Make it 3D. Hit P and set the position properties to 0, 0, 0, which will put the null in the top left corner. Make sure it's selected and go to Edit, Duplicate. Rename this to Spiral Null. And then parent this to Galaxy Null. And then go to Effect, Expression Controls, Slider Control. Hit enter and rename this effect to Radius. Set a keyframe at 0 seconds to -1000. Move ahead to 10 seconds and set another keyframe to 1000. And while you're here, click off the layer so nothing is selected and hit the asterisk key on the number pad to set a marker on the comp. We'll be using this later in an expression, but it serves as a visual clue for when the galaxy will be fully created, so that's where our animations can begin. In my last video about the golden spiral or Fibonacci spiral, I shared an expression which animates a null layer. We're going to use the same expression here with a couple of tweaks. Reselect the spiral null and tap P to expose the position properties. Then hold Alt and click on the stopwatch to activate the expressions area. And type galaxy size equals. And use the pick whip to link to the radius slider property. Divide by 145, semicolon. The pixel values are just too great for the upcoming expression, and by eye dividing the value by 145 gives me the end result of a galaxy 2000 pixels wide, which corresponds to the values I put in the slider. On a new line, direction equals 1. Our slider is going from negative to positive. This directional variable will let me use the same null for both arms of the galaxy. If brackets galaxy size is less than 0, close brackets, open curly brackets, galaxy size equals galaxy size times -1, semicolon, direction equals -1, close curly brackets. For the first 5 seconds of the comp, the slider is negative, but the formula only works with positive values, so multiplying it by -1 gives us the positive version. And now direction is -1 for those 5 seconds as well. In the description below, click to expand the description, which is right alongside the subscribe button. Just saying. If you're struggling to find the description, clicking like won't help, but it won't exactly hurt either. Copy the first expression. To explain what's happening here, we're only interested in the x and z dimensions. so y is 0. For x, we can then take the trigonometric sine of the slider value and then multiplying that by the exponent we get, and therefore it's simple really. To see it more clearly, recenter the galaxy null's position to 960 by 540 by 0, and switch the view to top. And scrubbing the timeline, you can see spiral null moving towards the center in a perfect Fibonacci spiral. Duplicate galaxy null again, and rename it null 1 for the moment. Hit enter to see the position keyframes, and now paste in Dan Ebbert's toWorld expression. This links null 1 to the spiral null, but gives us After Effects coordinates, as by parenting the spiral null to the galaxy null, the coordinates are based on 0 rather than the center of the comp, and when we add CC Particle World, it wants coordinates for the center of the comp. Speaking of which, let's do that now. Create a new solid, which is layer, new, solid. Make sure it's comp sized and hit OK. Rename it stars. For those who haven't seen my previous tutorial on linking CC Particle World to a 3D null, the link is in the description and you'll find another set of expressions for each of that effect's producer positions. For those that have, simply add the preset we made. On birth rate, set a keyframe at the start for 20. Then alt-click on the stopwatch and type if brackets time is less than this comp dot marker dot nearest key brackets time dot time close brackets open curly brackets value close curly brackets else open curlies 0 close curlies. What this expression is doing is letting us set whatever value we want until the time hits the marker we set and then sets the value to 0, which means we don't have to worry about doing that ourselves with a keyframe. We're going to be duplicating this effect a couple of times and having different birth rate values, and we don't have to keep setting a 0 at the end each time. Smart and lazy. Now, we could leave it at 20 the whole time, but I want to make sure the center is really obvious. I'm also going to be reducing the radius, so I'll need fewer as we move closer. At the 4-second mark, set a new keyframe to 10. 1 second later, at 5 seconds, set a keyframe to 50. And then we have to duplicate our settings as the emitter leaves the center. Fun fact, the center of a galaxy is known as the Shapley Center, after American astronomer Harlow Shapley, whose work led to the discovery of the Milky Way's center. So, at the 6-second mark, set a keyframe for 10, and at the 10-second mark, set one for 20. I want to show off what we've got so far, so jump to physics and set the velocity and gravity to 0. You see that? Half our work is done for us, just by using the golden spiral. Set the longevity to 100. Jump back to producer, and link radius Z to radius X by setting keyframes for both, and then hit U on the keyboard to show them in the timeline, and then pick whipping Z to X. CC Particle's world emitter doesn't change shape with direction, so we need to match as they go round in a spiral, otherwise we end up with a weird calligraphy type look. Set radius X to 0.15. and Y to 0.02. And then, if you notice when I scrub through the timeline by the 1 second mark, the emitter is already in the center. So at 1 second, set X to be 0.02 and set another keyframe at 9 seconds. And then set it back to 0.15 at 10 seconds. Then let's go to the 5 second mark and set a value to 0.35. So we'll create a bulge in the middle of the galaxy. I find holding the shift key when scrubbing so that the current time indicator snaps to the next keyframe is really useful here. Taking a look at what we've got. Boy, that golden spiral really is doing the work for us. For radius Y, let's create a bulge in the middle. So go to 3 seconds and set a keyframe. And set another at 7 seconds. And then back at 5 seconds, set a value for 0.035 to match X. Go back to physics now, and change the value type to fractal omni. It's a little less uniform. In particle, set the type to faded sphere. Link the birth size to the death size. and then set the birth size to 0.003. Set the size variation to 100% and the max opacity to 100% as well. Expand the opacity map and making sure the select tool is selected, fill in the whole space, which will get rid of the particles fading up. Link the death color to the birth color. And set keyframes at 1 and 9 seconds to be white, and a yellowy white at 5 seconds, just to give the galaxy its distinctive yellow core. Set the particle transfer mode to add, and the same for the layers transfer mode, and that's our stars. Next up is the gaseous stuff, and I don't just want to use one of the particle types here, I want some texture in there. So go to Layer, New, Solid. Make it 250 by 250 pixels, name it Dust Tex. And make sure to set it at the start of the comp and solo it. Now go to Effect, Noise and Grain, Turbulent Noise. This is an updated version of fractal noise and Adobe claims it's less processor intensive. Set the type to Dynamic, invert it, and the contrast up to 400 and the brightness to -40. Expand subscale and set the sub influence to 75 and the scale to 40. Now hold Alt and click on the evolution stopwatch and type time times 1000. We want lots of different textures as CC Particle World will be using this to generate all particles in just 10 seconds. Now, in the past I've used the CC Particle type Faded Textured Disk, but that leaves everything kinda fluffy. So this time I'll be using Textured Square. So I need to hide the square edges. Go to Effects, Keying, Extract. Set the black point to 50 and the black softness to 100. This will handle any external transparencies for us, but it's not going to give us rough outer edges. I tried using Turbulent Displace with a couple of other effects, but everything felt a bit too uniform. So instead, using the pen tool, draw an irregular shape on the solid. And set a keyframe for the mask path like this. And then tap page down to go 5 frames forward and draw another mask. Expand this mask's properties until you can see the path. Then copy this path, either edit, copy, or hold Ctrl and tap C. And then select mask 1's path and paste. Hold Ctrl tap V. You could go ahead and delete mask 2 now, and you will see that the mask will morph from one shape to the next. Repeat these steps a few more times until you get 4 or 5 random shapes. And normally I'd use a looping expression to repeat these paths for the full 10 seconds, but paths don't work with loops. So instead, highlight all the keyframes and hold Ctrl and tap C to copy them. Move a couple of frames after the last keyframe and paste them back in. Highlight and copy all the keyframes and repeat the process until you have 10 seconds worth of changing shapes. You should only need to do this 4 or 5 times. It's all still a bit smooth. Feather the mask edge to 30 and reduce the mask expansion to -10. And then go to Effect, Stylize, Roughen Edges. Set the border to 5 and the edge sharpness to 0. And finally for this bit, go to Effect, Distort, Transform. And Alt click on the rotation amount and type time times 500. When we use this layer as our particle texture, we can use its effects and masks. But we can't use the layer's rotation value, so instead we'll rotate it here. Playing that back, and it's pretty random. Drag this layer to the bottom of the comp, turn off visibility and padlock it. Select our stars layer and go to Edit, Duplicate. Rename it Gas and solo it. You'll also want to solo the emitter null, otherwise you can't see it from the top. From the top down, clear the birth rate keyframes and then set one at the start of the comp to 15 and likewise at 10 seconds. And then at 1 and 9 seconds, drop the amount to 8. And at the 5-second mark, set the amount to 0.1. For the radius X value, change the 1 and 9 second values to 0. For radius Y, change the 3 and 7 second values to 0.025. and set the 5-second value to 0.05. In physics, set extra to 2. With Fractal Omni, this gives us a different fractal type to the stars, so the gas clouds won't appear in the same space as the stars do. In Particle, change the type to Textured Faded Disk. I know that we went through a lot of trouble making our texture, but that will come into its own when we add our darker dust particles. Expand Texture and select our dust text layer, and Effects and Masks. Set Scatter to 50 to increase the randomness. Scatter picks up different parts of the texture for each particle. And set the texture time to birth, so it will take a still frame for the particle. Set the rotation speed to 0. For the birth size, clear the keyframes and set a fixed value of 0.6. Set a keyframe for max opacity to 10 at the start of the comp, and at 10 seconds. And then at 5 seconds set it to 0. For the birth color, while the current time indicator is at the 5-second mark, clear the existing keyframes. And then set new keyframes for this yellowy white at the 3 and 7-second mark. And then at 1 second set it to be a bluey grey white. And copy this keyframe and paste it in at the 9-second mark. Set the particle transfer mode to screen, set the layers transfer mode to normal, and drag it below the stars layer. One last particle type. Duplicate gas this time and name it dust. Solo it and drag it above stars. Hit U to expose the layer's keyframes, and then while at 0 seconds set the birth rate to 10. And then at 1 second and 15 frames, set a new value to 0. And this needs to be matched at 8 seconds and 15 frames. Back at 0 seconds, clear the radius Y keyframes. In physics, set the extra amount to 3. In Particle, switch the type to Textured Square. And see how the rotation is greyed out? That's why we added the transform effect earlier. Set Scatter to 0 though. Set a keyframe for the birth size to 0.4. And again at 10 seconds. And at 1 second and 15 frames, set a new value to 0.1 and match it at 8 seconds and 15 frames. Clear the max opacity keyframes and set the amount to 50%. Clear the color keyframes and set the color to a dark brown, almost black, and set the particle type to composite. And now if we unsolo it so we can see all the particles, and then go to Camera, New Camera, and fly around our galaxy until we're almost horizontal. There's a bit of a problem. The parts of the dust layer which should appear behind the shapely centre are in front of it, and this is an issue with CC Particle World. In my Uranus tutorial I used expressions to control the birth rate to create 2 layers, but that limits the moves I can make with the camera. And this is one of those features that makes Trapcode Particular a better option. But there is a workaround. Solo the dust layer, and in CC Particle World expand extras. Expand depth Q and set the type to fade. See how the particles further away are fading out? I came up with an expression to determine the fade value based on the distance between the camera and the centre of the galaxy. You'll find it in the description below. There it is, right next to that subscribe button I mentioned earlier. Alt click on the distance stopwatch and paste in the expression. If you get an error, you can check the names of your layers or highlight them and use the pick whip to replace them. There we go, a simple-ish hack, but it works. Last steps now. I added a glow effect to the stars layer, and then decided to boost up the colours by going to Layer, New, Adjustment Layer, and then Effect, Colour Correction, Curves. And mess with the values to get the centre orangey while keeping the arms blue. And that's it. Now, there's approximately all the particles ever currently being previewed in After Effects, so don't expect quick render times. But hopefully you found this useful. Thanks for watching, and if AE finishes up rendering, then I'll see you next time on Makin.